The news, good evening. The leader of the l'Alliance Cécillois party, Patrick Pillet, has announced that he and his party will be giving their support to the United Seychelles Party in the upcoming presidential elections and National Assembly elections. He made the statement during a press conference this morning. Mr. Pillet says that amongst his reasons for such a decision to endorse the United Seychelles Party is to show his gratitude towards the founder of the principles of the United Seychelles, the late President France Albert René. Judge Melchior Vidot has been appointed as the acting Chief Justice as the mandate of the Chief Justice Matilda Toomey ends tomorrow. The Attorney General, Mr. Frank Ali, says that according to the law, in the absence of a Chief Justice, it is necessary to have him or her replaced by another. However, Mr. Ali says the proceedings have not yet been completed and an interim Chief Judge has been appointed in the meantime.
Okay, the CA will continue to review and consider the applications of all the applicants for the office of the Chief Justice, and the CA will then submit its proposals to the President of the Republic of all the suitably qualified candidates, and once the President receives the proposal of the Constitutional Appointments Authority, then the President of the Republic will decide as to who amongst the list of suitably qualified candidates who he will appoint as Chief Justice. And in the meantime, until the President makes the appointment and the person who has been chosen to be appointed as Chief Justice takes his oath of office, then the acting Chief Justice will perform all the functions of the Chief Justice. And after the presidential election, the candidate who wins the presidential election will then be sworn in by the acting Chief Justice. But if the Chief Justice, the President, has appointed the new Chief Justice and the new Chief Justice has taken his office, then the person will be sworn in by the Chief Justice, the newly appointed Chief Justice.
The Health Department has said that a 46-year-old man who was working at Kempinski has died in the early hours of this morning, shortly after arriving at the Oswayal Health Center in critical condition with respiratory distress. According to the department, he became unwell yesterday afternoon and sought medical attention. He collapsed and arrested upon arrival to the health center. A PCR test conducted 4 days ago at the hotel where he worked was negative for COVID-19, and the Public Health Authority has done repeat testing, and a post-mortem will be conducted following the results. Meanwhile, a 48-year-old Seychellois woman is receiving care at the Isolation and Treatment Center at Perseverance after testing positive for COVID-19. According to the Health Department, the Belom resident arrived from Dubai last Monday, the 21st of September. She is said to be symptomatic, and laboratory tests indicate that she most likely caught the infection in Dubai. Contact tracing has already started and possible contacts are being followed up. And to protect students from the COVID-19 virus and encourage them to develop the habit of disinfecting their hands regularly, the Ramani Foundation has donated 2,000 sanitizers worth some 200,000 rupees to the Ministry of Education. It was the Principal Secretary for Childhood, Primary and Secondary Education, Dr. Ojil Dekomamo, who received the donation from the chairman of the Ramani Foundation during a ceremony at the Ile Perseverance Secondary School today. The managing director of the Ramani Foundation, Raja Ramani, says the sanitizers will be distributed to protect all students in state schools as well as post-secondary institutions. The head teacher of the Ile Perseverance Secondary School, Marie-May Intep, says the donation will help the school to continue to implement its preventive measures against the coronavirus.
On behalf of the Ramani Foundation, we are doing our small bit to try and keep up this fight against this pandemic. And we hope that the students, the children, right from primary all the way to secondary and post-secondary, will use this donation that we're giving away today in a very responsible manner, practice it daily, make it a habit that you will wake up to on a regular basis. It is important.
With the start of national and international examinations this week, new regulations have been added, which includes having hand sanitizers in all examination rooms. Your donation is therefore very timely. This donation will go a long way in helping us keep our students and teachers and other members of staff safe while they are in school.
A how-to manual of the Access to Information Act 2018 has been launched. This was during a ceremony in the Vice President's office yesterday to coincide with the International Day for Access to Information, which was celebrated yesterday. The Information Commission says though the document is sensitizing the general public on the provisions of the Act in terms of their rights and responsibilities and also the works of the Commission, a law which the Vice President, Vincent Merito, says is very important to the public.
As is this booklet a work of collaboration, we want the work of the Commission to be that of collaboration with the other public bodies, the ministries, departments, and agencies. It takes very complex issues to manageable and palatable proportions. And it helps, the objective is to help the public bodies manage this act, which is very complex in nature, and make it simple to the staff in the different public bodies, but more importantly, to the end users, the public, the citizen. When the citizen uses this facility, they are armed, they have information, and you know that information is king today. When a citizen is informed, he or she can take part in the running of public affairs, and you have a consensus approach from the part of the citizen in the running of government, which is something which is critical today.
And with this, we've come to the end of this news summary. Thanks for watching.